Hey everyone, Jamie Pate here, and welcome to this video where it's the middle of the month, which means brand new Stop the Blur is coming out at Heidi Swapp shop, which means I have brand new pages to show you guys right here. And this is really what I want to show you. Oh, look at that book. This is the first 3 months of the year, and it is packed and it is almost all filled in. Almost. I think I have like just a couple little slots still, but I am super happy to have this memory planner in the books. And today we're going to walk through March. So as we begin to walk through March and go through what I have on the page, I just basically want to point out what is working on my memory planner pages. Okay, so this first week is March 1 through 6. I have about 4 weeks I'm going to show you out of March, and then I have a little sneak into April. So this first week, March 1 through 6, heavy with the March Stop the Blur kit. If you're wondering what the March Stop the Blur kit, it's a monthly subscription available at HeidiSwappShop.com, and there's either a class that you could subscribe to every month, but there's also a kit that you can also subscribe to as well. So when I refer to that, I'm referring to the kits, the monthly kits. And often too on these pages, you're going to find I'm not just sticking with just that particular months. I will have grabbed another month's and add it in there or whatever, but I'll try and point that out as best as I can. So heavy here with that kit. And I'm going to try to also point out stamps that I'm using. Heavy with stamps this month. You're going to see how that unpacks as we go along. But like, for example, here, Choose Faith is from the Faith stamp set. And then I have worked into this from the Stop the Kit Blur, had its own stamp set, and that's on there. You see this adventure. I just couldn't wait to use this die, brand new dies from Heidi Swapp. So that's nice and big size, fills up a whole day. Loved how that worked out. And then Radiate Positivity in the pink, and then Love Tacos. Those are both from Captions stamps. So Radiate Positivity is from March, and Love and Tacos was from May. And this here is from also another subscription that I just want to make sure I'm clear on this, because I do get questions about where these different things are from. And so this was March's. Is March's a word? Anyway, this was the Stamp Society for March. And so I have that at work here as well. And then a lot of lettering or alpha stamps. This is the this is the 4x6 Blue Skies. Had a lot of fun with that. Use these in a couple places on here. Another alpha that you're seeing a lot of, really got into this destination set. This is a large 6x8 set. Love how it just makes a nice big impact on a page. You can see here too how I balance the color with some of these offset colors it's basically Tattered Rose in the Distress Oxide color that you're seeing at work here. And then a lot of Bundle Sage as well. And so kind of keeping everything cohesive with color. Repeating elements like the washi tape here, the alphas here. I guess I should have maybe had this up here somehow. But anyway, I loved this. That was part of the March kit, and just how I added some alphas there to this little acrylic piece, and I cut the picture in a circle, and it just all tucks in there with plenty of room to add some journaling. And so that's kind of how this first page in March worked itself out. Interactive pieces always for the win. Just made a Vellum Pocket myself there for that photo. And background here, more ledger stamp. And then of course that one that I cut out from where I had actually stamped that on a separate piece. That's something too I'm wanting to start being even more better about, is just the creative session of making things with your stamps, with your papers, with any kind of extra embellishment. I really long to be better about just having some pre-made elements. And some of these things were pre-made on here. Like, for example, this little piece of paper, it's from Heidi Swapp's Ledger paper pack. It was like literally sitting on my table. And I just picked it up and like, that would go perfect with this page with all these pink hues going on. And it would be perfect for just a place to add a couple of notes. And so what I did then is I just put strips of 1/8 inch adhesive on the top and the bottom, and on the end. So I made a pocket. I made it its own pocket here. And I've done this a couple times this month where, again, another scrap of ledger paper. Ledger paper makes the greatest little journaling spot. So that was a lot of fun to have that. So it tucks in there, but then so does this little square piece is from the March Stop the Blur kit. And again, it just tucks in there either on top. I kind of like it underneath because I sort of like it to descend in size. So that was a little thing I added this month, and I have that in another place as well. As you can tell, this second week in March was dedicated to the baby because I finally got to go up and see the baby. So we went baby crazy here, and I am not even sorry about it. Let me walk you through what elements I have at play here. This heart was from the February Stop the Blur kit, and I had that sticker set still left over, and I keep using them because they're great. I mean, who doesn't need a heart sticker, right? This here is a sneak peek into the April Stop the Blur printable, and it's just florals, and I've actually printed out a whole bunch of them, and you can see I used it again here. So I love playing elements to kind of mirror or complement each other on a page. So that's what I was thinking there. I just thought it was a beautiful touch to this pink baby page. Then I used this vellum. Oh, now I have to remember. I think this vellum is also from the February Stop the Blur. And it was already cut this way. I had a piece of adhesive that I folded over this photo. And then I have journaling on this, again, February's kit on this little like tabbed card. And then I used I don't have it out. This is Save the Date stamp. I use this quite a bit. Save the Date stamp was used here as well as here, as well as here. And of course, these lovely Puffy Alpha stickers. They're just really, I love the shape of them. They just add the best little touch. I have some cutouts from this month's printable, like reading here. So I just cut out the glasses and attached them to that. That was a lot of fun. Tucked them back in here. Love these little offset pockets so much. Have more journaling on the ledger circle photo, and then another photo. Hello, I'm the most amazing baby ever, Grandma says. I had to throw that in there. I don't remember where the hello I'm from is. That's from one of the printables. Forgive me for not knowing exactly where that comes from. And then here I took a piece of ledger paper, made like a card, if you will. So it's a good 4 inches apart, across, and probably a good 3 inches this way, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit wider. Added 2 photos. Again, I just had these photos already printed out, and I just wanted to add them to this page. It was part of February anyway, and then I had a lot of journaling I wanted to add. And then I used these icon stamps from a previous Stop the Blur kit, and that was just kind of a fun way to sum up some different things that happened in this week by using those little icons as prompts. I love doing that. I've seen Heidi do that a couple times now in her pages, and it's just it's a great and fun idea. So the Consider Yourself Hugged is from the March Stop the Blur kit, and added journaling to the little square paper pad, and then also again the circle ledger. And today is a very fun little printable that also it could obviously hold bullet pointed elements that you want to record from that day, but I've also used it just for plain old journaling as well. So that takes us to the 3rd week in March. And again, playing off the colors, I stayed with some pops of this navy. And, I put this here. I didn't have a whole lot going on. Here's an example of not having a whole lot going on in a day. And so I made a thankful list. These stickers are from the March Stop the Blur kit, and it's the uppercase alpha. So I just wrote out thankful with those alpha stickers, and then wrote some things that were going on that day. It didn't have a lot of notes from that day. I had something here. I didn't love it, so I took it off, and I'm still trying to figure out what to do there. I did use one of the quote cards, which was always a great filler. Great filler piece is that quote card for sure. Love how that worked out. And then again, grabbing some older, I think these are a year old, these little arrows, but they still are so fantastic. Now, this is an example of having a pre-made element. I had already made up using one of the circle ledger cards. I had already stamped on You, One of a Kind from a previous Stamp Society stamp set. And it was just just waiting. It was just at the ready to be used somewhere. I thought that was a great space for it. Again, this Feeling Blessed is from the March stamp set, the March Captions. And so I just made it as a little flappable and added it here to my March 17th page. Here again, not a whole lot going on this day. So I use this as kind of an intro into my birthday weekend and happy birthday weekend. I already had this pre-made element here. I had just been playing around with the April caption stamps and had come up with this and saved it because I thought it would be beautiful on this color strip. So that's what happened there. I love this from the March Stop the Blur kit, A Cup of Ambition. I just think I could have that on every page. I need a cup of ambition, like even right now. And so then here, Friday was a super busy day. So I had created a little collage in my Photoshop elements to make this photo piece. And then on my birthday itself, again, I already had this pre-made, and it's a combination of the Stamp Society stamp sets, made for a great background. And then I just layered in some of the Faith stamps and some of the April caption stamps and added some washi, a little piece of paper, and a little, this is my big thing right now, just a little touch of ribbon goes a long, long way. And I had a lot of place here for photos. I love taking when you know, when you do the selfie and you take like 100 photos, and then you have all these images on your phone. It's just the best idea to just take a screenshot of those photos. And that's what I did here. I love these with my kids who were at my party that day. And so I just added that to this flap here, and then a picture of my mom, my sister, and I, some notes, and another picture of my sister and I. And yes, just in case you're wondering, she is 54, just over here living my best life. Now, this is brand new Stamp Society, and that's what this stamp set looks like. So having a lot of fun with this, and you can watch Heidi Swapp's live where she unpacks this stamp set beautifully. Just follow her on Instagram at Heidi Swapp, and you can find that live there. So that's a look at week number 3 in March. Okay. Week 4 was, what do you think it was? Well, it was spring break again with the Destination Alpha. What I did here is I actually stamped this on vellum. It's not the most perfect stamp job, but it's okay because I'm embracing it. And then because I had these large letters here, I felt like we needed some down here. So I just added sun for Sunday. And I actually I could have put day right here. Boy, don't you love delayed intelligence? Because that's what that is, friends. That right there is delayed intelligence. I'm going to come in here and add day there. That'll fill that in a little bit nicer, actually. Kind of a straightforward page, photo and photo, more of the Puffy Alpha. I used to save the date here to emphasize busy day and kind of filled in some notes about my busy day. And then here where my youngest daughter was finally able to meet her niece, I sure did unpack the circle ledger. That's for sure this time. I have a lot of these on here. And it's really helpful and I've showed this to you before. It really is helpful to have these pieces in a place where I can see them. I mean, out of sight, out of mind, right? So I like to have these ledger cards here. And then if I have extra tags, they get tucked in here as well. Here's all the circle ledgers that I've been alluding to. And then just these are some old tags that I still have. And just a couple of the washi fit in here. I got to figure out a better way to do the washi still, but the point is, it's just really nice to have these things out, easy to see, easy to grab, easy to make stuff. Again, with the February tab card here, I loved using this as like a photo mat, and that's what happened here. This Obsessed is a printable from I don't know when. I literally just had it loose in one of my bags, and I thought that works. 3 things. Now, something that I used this time, and you're going to see this very raw and very rough, but I use the Stop the Blur formula. This is a printable available in the March Stop the Blur downloads. I'm really loving this. And I love, I have a workflow, but it kind of helps. I'm just a box checker, So to read off what Heidi had listed here on her Stop the Blur formula was super helpful. And I loved having a place to sketch. You can see this is actually this page here. Can you see how that matches up a little bit? See my big question mark? I mean, true story here, people. Sometimes you just don't know. I like how it worked out, though. I just really need to feel something there. Anyway, this was a great way to have a starting place and to work from and to put notes here. I really enjoyed doing that, and we'll do that again. So one of the things she says on here is every day record 4 unique reminders. Well, I do 3. I don't know. I'm just a rebel like that. Very often I will have added on this month's page the 3 things. And so that's what that is. And then, taxes, I had to, you know what? Here's the thing. I put off getting my taxes prepped like the rest of us. I don't think I'm alone. And so I just had to make a note. Okay, finally got it all done. Really didn't take me as long as I thought. Right? Yeah, seriously. Okay, so over here, I did this little trick again where I made a pocket out of my photo. This time it was out of a photo. Over here, it was out of a piece of scrap paper that I made as a journal block. And then this is an older printable fun facts. So I filled in my fun facts there, and then I had another photo here, and I added this little tab that's from a previous kit. And so everything just kind of tucks in there. So I just like how it's all peekabooing out from the other one, and all my journaling that I have written there for that day, again with the quote card. And this time I used one of the organic stencils and the antique linen and colored that in. I just liked having that extra touch. So while this page has this kind of antique linen color topper, I went with Speckled Egg in terms of the distress ink that I was using throughout the page. But then I still wanted to sprinkle in a little bit of that antique linen to kind of balance all the colors out. This was also another piece from another kit, and so is the Vellum Pocket. These are 2 different things. This actually goes in another different pocket. But I liked what it said, and I wanted it to be inside of this Vellum Pocket, so that made for a great journaling space. You could also tuck in photos in there or tickets or whatever else. And then just a couple notes here about my Sunday. And that wraps up what March looks like in my memory planner. And again, it's always such a beautiful accomplishment to be done, right? To be at the end of the month and to have it all in their home, all looking pretty. That's exactly how I felt when this was done. Okay, here's a little bit of bonus content for you. Okay, I need to rave a little bit about the April Stop the Blur, which has become available today, April 15th. And I pre-get the kits because of being on Heidi Swapp's media team. So I already have this in my hands, and I have already worked the first week of April with some of these elements. And the first thing I want to point out is brand new book, right? Because we filled up this book. I use this pink stripe, and there's 3 months in here at a time. And so, wow, can you believe it? 3 months are in here and done. Done. Okay. So now we're in a brand new book. I am using this Ledger planner. I love this book. It is so beautiful. And so this is a very neutral vibing book. It's just all this very soft, almost kind of pink color band. And then this kit is to die. So you can see I've already taken to the printable, and here is the palette for this kit. It's gorgeous. I love using this as a planning guide for my pages and how I'm going to be using the printables. Just really quick though, I want to walk you through this page. So I don't know what all these pieces are called. And again, Heidi unpacks this beautifully in her live where she talks about all these pieces, but this is a fun way to journal an event, a feeling, the brand new month, whatever that is. So I have that here. I start the month off with Hello April. Big old goofy selfie. Got to have the goofy selfies, people. Beautiful navy alpha, upper and lower case. And this is me, is how I started this off. Adore this teacup so much. And I've been way into tea lately. Yes, coffee, tea. I have no huge preference. I just love it both. This is the stamp. Love the stamp set with the open arrow and then the shadow arrow. I think I have it upside down. Maybe not. Yes, I do. Just great phrases on here. Find the joy in the journey. Looking good. These are my people. Have a good day. And it's just so beautifully written. You're welcome. This is going to be good. This is my favorite. Never easy, always worth it, which is what I stamped right there because that's me. This is me. Never easy, but I'm always worth it. That's what I keep telling my family. Okay, another photo. Now, these little foldable guys, again, Heidi showed a beautiful way of using these. I used it as just this little journal spot right here in the middle of my page, and it pops back under this photo a little bit. So that was a lot of fun. I created a pocket from the slider. And you can see this slider and how she actually puts that together. And I probably should have trimmed it down, but I don't know. I kind of like it hanging over everything here. And then I made a pocket here by adding 1/8 inch double-sided adhesive around these 3 parts. And so I have a pocket for some photos. And this daily checklist comes from, okay, I know it's here. Yep, right there. Comes from this little notepad. That is adorable. It's just so cute. Love this. Love it so much. Stickers too. I have a sticker here. Great space for the stamp. That works together beautifully. I think that's everything. And then this was the brand new, I think I already showed this too. I did. This is the brand new April Stamp Society that I used there. It's going to be a great place for adding some more journaling. Don't have my journaling in here yet because I just literally, I was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. I just had, it just made itself. This page practically made itself. Super fun washi. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Okay, I just had to share this little bonus bit. This is available now. Stamp Society, brand new Stamp Society is available now. All these other stamps, however, anytime you can grab these anytime, but I just want to show you how I was using a lot of this, how my March pages came together. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And if you would like to see a one look walkthrough of my entire first 3 months of the year, happy to do that. Let me know. Give me a little shout out down below in the comments. Any questions you have about putting these planners together, printing photos, whatever. You know, maybe next time too. If you, again, I'd love to hear from you. If you'd love us to do a Q&A, we can do that. I'm here for it, people. I'm here for it. So thank you so much for listening to this video, and I will see you in the next video.